Andrew Murray, Apartment Specialists. Number 10 in the reasons why apartment owners lose thousands of dollars when selling their apartments. Is it the agent or the agency? Now, as an agent myself, I clearly know the answer to this one. Yet I wanted to find out what apartment owners thought. So I rang about 20 owners and talked to them about their apartment and all that kind of thing and their plans in the future. And each one, I asked them one question. And I asked them, so when selling your apartment, what's most important? Is it the agent or is it the agency? And every single one said the agent. Which is interesting because there's so much branding, so much advertising out there for an agency. Yet every owner I spoke to said it's the agent that is most important. And there's quite a few reasons for that, because it's often, well, if you look at statistics, the same agents more often get the highest prices. Yes, an agent can be lucky here and there, but it seems to repeat itself. Also, if you look at the average wage of a real estate agent being only $35,000, $40,000 a year, realistically I'd say it's more like about 50 or 60 with the other official statistics. That means probably about 5–10% of all the agents are selling all the property. This actually says again, that's why, well, it says it quite simply, that the agent is more important than the agency when looking to get the most value for your apartment. So that's really important. So how do you find out if an agent is the best to represent you, or which one it is? And it's not, are they the top agent? Because a top agent in this industry is judged by how much commission they bring in, not by the prices they get. Now in the housing market, that's very difficult to tell because houses aren't comparable. You can have houses in the same street, but how are you supposed to know the values? Because they're different. This one's got a porch, this one doesn't, this one's got a pool, etc., etc. But in an apartment complex, I mean, you've got so many different apartments in the CBD, over 18,000 apartments. They're very comparable. So you can quite easily tell who is getting the highest prices. So when you're dealing with your agent, you want to ask them, can I see your last sales and how they ranked in the building that you sold them in? And that will give you a very clear indication of how good that agent is and how focused they are on getting the best result for the vendor or commission in their pocket. Now that's probably the final one, but the biggest tip, the simplest and the most unnoticed in this whole industry. And I'll say it again, the best agents are judged in this market by how much commission they bring in, not by the prices they get. So you as an owner really need to be aware of that when choosing your agent, and ask for evidence showing that it's the values they achieve, and that's the most important to you. Anyway, hope that helps, and I hope these 10 mistakes have been really, really helpful. I know I've had a lot of good feedback from them, and a lot of people listening, so thanks a lot. Cheers.